Go.
Hi, my name is Quantisha. I'm first class. My major is Marine Ops Engine, and I'm presenting. I don't know how to switch.
It's stuck.
Yes.
Should be the arrow button. Whoops.
Whoa.
I was fast. Okay, here you go.
Okay, I'm presenting about Sea Snake Train, and it's how it's the future in oil transportation and standardization. I'm also presenting that I think that BP is the company that Sea Snake would want to market to because they have the initiative that it takes for this to take this patent and for them to run with it into the standard of oil transportation. My positioning statement is, this is for the CEO of British Petroleum Sea Snake, a limited liability company. It is the future of the oil transportation that delivers shorter rollovers at a greener investment because only Sea Snake Limited Liability Company has the ability to disconnect its barges at faster transportation of BP's petroleum products. This is the Sea Snake's train. This right here is the bow. As you can see, there's a tug that's up in the right-hand corner. This is the stern. As you can see, there's two tugs that are also on the stern that they can drop into the water when they are adding and moving these barges. This is the male end that connects the barges right here, and it connects them into this slot right here, and it's hydraulically mounted. And also, all the barges don't have to be the same depth for them to connect because this moves up and down. These are the bumpers. These are also hydraulically powered to keep the barges from crashing into each other. Okay. Sea Snake is a patent concept for the marine transportation of liquid, dry bulk, break bulk, and intermodal container cargoes. It uses a train of cargo modules connected together by the lock system. And this is also the Sea Snake. This is the smallest that it could be with just one barge. And this is them taking off the barge and bringing it into port. And this shows that it is able to maneuver into small ports by breaking up. And you can see the tugs are down there pushing the barges in. So they can just pick up and drop off different barges while the oil company, which would be BP, fills them. And they can just leave them and they can pick them up. For the category, I said their key competitors are tankers, ATVs, ITVs, and railroads. Well, not really railroads, but railroads are like the most that it's like, but it's also the most that it's not like. But it's not really like ATVs or ITVs, or kind of like tankers. I said that for geography, I said that they can fit everywhere. They they don't have any restrictions. But who specifically am I selling to? Sea Snake is selling parts of its patent, it's right here, for a company to take the patent and actually build it. And I said BP would be the company. The key competitors, tankers, ATVs, pipelines, trains. This is Whiting, Ohio refinery. As you can see right here, the draft is kind of low, so I'm going to assume that down there they don't have many ships that can come in. but they can, as we'll later see, they can bring in the barges by the tugs, and they could actually probably hook them up into the pipelines. Situational analysis, macro business trends. Companies are building bigger tankers because they want to maximize their power displacement. As you can see, the average tanker, 50,000 ton, their power displacement ratios are 18% and 12% for their 140,000 ton, whereas Sea Snake is 15 and 11%. Specific trends. Sea Snake can fit into, just like I said earlier, anywhere. They just are finishing up expanding the Panama Canal, and their keel to deck, which is their draft ratio, is 39.5 feet, and the Suez is 66 feet. They have a height restriction from freeboard up. It's 223 feet, which a lot of the huge tankers can't fit into. Whereas Sea Snake, they have 3 different models, but they all can fit into this. These are the biggest canals. Like I said earlier, the trends are bigger, better, and slower. This is an excerpt from one of BP's shipping flyers, and they say that historically it's hurry up and wait, that the ships were going full speed to drop off these tankers, and then once they got into port, they had to wait for them to unload and reload. So BP is actually we know it as slow steaming. They are the ones that started it and realized that the economic growth, because of slowing down, and they call it also virtual arrival, where they have computers where they can adjust the speed so that they arrive just on time to lower their demurrage costs. And they said that this was BP's initiative, and it has been since adopted by the IMO, which is pretty big. So it's nationally followed. This is Sea Snake SWAT. Strengths. But they can handle severe open ocean storms. Feasibility studies, they've done a tank testing program at the University of Michigan, structural and economic study at Rosenblatt Naval Architects. ABS did a computer study, so it's feasible, and they just need someone to build it. It also has the similar speed and power characteristics of a ship. It can navigate draft-restricted waterways, shorter piers, and they can divide and conquer. They can drop off a barge with the 2 tugs in front while they're connecting a barge that they could have just received. I said they reduce environmental impact because if they get hit during collision, there's an emergency quick release, so the barge will just, and that's a good thing because tankers, tankers have, I think I put this in later. Weakness, I said for Sea Snake it's brand new and only has model trials, and for BP, their weakness for picking Sea Snake is that they already have a large fleet. They have 10 different categories of ships and barges, so they might not need it. But I also said because they have these weaknesses, the BP weakness, it can be turned into strength is because they also subtract a lot of their ships to other companies. So if they make a standard barge and train system, everyone has the same thing. So it's just mass producing, it's cheaper in the end. Opportunities, I said in 2010, BP's Deepwater Horizon experienced the largest oil spill. It was major losses. They had to sell a lot of their assets in order to pay for the environmental repercussions. So they are probably looking for a better environmental solution to their problem. Threats. The fact that this is a new idea. This is a picture of Malcolm McLean. This is why I can turn in that because it's new, why it's okay. Because Malcolm McLean was the creator of the container ships, and no one wanted his idea. It took over like 20 years for his idea of everyone having the same container to finally come. But it's come such a long way, and it's the shipping standard now. So if he did it, why can't oil be the same? Target market. I said British Petroleum. Their chairman is Karl-Henrik Svansberg, Bob W. CEO, and Brian Gilbey. That's a reach, but in the U.S., Bob W. is the U.S. representative, so you would probably have to market it to him first to get it marketed to the chairman. Their business needs. They used to be in 2011, it was ranked second in the largest oil company. In 2013, which a lot of people that wrote articles said it was because of the Deepwater Horizon spill, they were reduced to fourth. So they want to get back on second place, so they need a new innovative way to do it. Personal news states. The company right now, if you Google BP and type images, it's mostly negative. So they want to remarket their idea. They want to do something that can show that they're trying to prevent oil spills in the future due to collisions and illusions. I said they want to be the largest oil company because they were 2. They dropped down to 4, but they want to go back up to 2. And I also said they want to reduce the negative look. Right now they're at 46%. So they want to either convert more of the neutral people that feel neutral about them, or convert more negatives so that their image is more positive. And this is actually these 2 pictures are pictures off their website. So these are the images that they want to promote, and right now it's not what they're promoting. Implications. I said oil from Deepwater Horizon spills contaminated 15,000 miles of shoreline and about the length of California's coast. Recently, we all know about the barge in Galveston, Texas, that leaked a bunch of oil. So these accidents are going to keep happening. They're rare, but they're going to keep happening. So the company, BP, needs to find a way to make it less likely. And for an average tanker, I think it said that the average tanker, if it was 1 tank was spilled, especially for the one that happened down in Galveston, they don't know how much oil was leaked. It could be a few thousand, or it could be, I think the tank held up to 10 or 11 million gallons. So they don't know how much is leaked. Whereas with the barges, it's a set amount. You'll know how much. And also, it's only going to leak, not that that's a good thing, 2,000, I think it said 2,000 ton, whereas the Deepwater Horizon is millions and millions of tonnage. So, okay. This is solution. BP, on their shipping handout, they said that they provide a safe, efficient, and environmental responsibility for marine solutions. They provide assurance to BP agents against a marine incident or oil spill. So these are their words. So we're giving them an option to put these words into practice. practice what they preach. Said, what if BP could assure their ability to ensure the safe movement of petroleum while still having a comparable dead weight tonnage of oil being
Is
transported?
that right? Dead weight tonnage, DWT?
Yes.
Okay.
And then Sea Snake is the solution because it has the ability to carry 6 barges at 225,000 deadweight tons. So it's 125,000 deadweight tons of oil per barge. And they will standardize it so everyone will be doing the same thing. So every oil refinery, every pipeline, they're all going to have the same barges, they're all going to have the same equipment. And it's more mobility. They can get, like I said, the Whiting, Ohio, where they had the small refinery. Most refineries, I know the ones in New Jersey are really small. So they're all not, those huge tankers can't come up, but these small barges could come up and provide a more mobile solution. Sea Snake is the solution. This is just more pictures of the barges being put together. Seaworthy. This is a picture of the storm. I guess it's a simulated storm now, but they're saying that it's feasible in storms. This is just putting it together. This is a close-up of the bow. As you can see, the tubs bringing it into port. How they already have a barge that's been filled, and they're bringing one in faster. Also, you can leave the barges at anchor places, and ships can come by and fuel up. That's what this is. So, these are my resources. And in conclusion, oil transportation's future is in standardization, and Sea Snake is the only design out there that makes this standardization possible. And BP will want to be the front runner because of their huge environmental impact.